Welcome. Thanks for tuning into the Hooks Lattes Podcast. My name is Jason Thomas. I'm a fighter here at Iron Gloves Boxing in Tempe, Arizona. I'm also a trainer there. And today I'm joined by my co-host, Michael.
Hey, I'm Michael. I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I currently reside in Tempe. I'm just a really big boxing fan. And I train occasionally.
Correction, he's a big Inoue fan, and
Yeah.
no other boxer matters to him. That's actually kind of what inspired today's for us starting this podcast.
I do love Inoue.
Yeah, there was the Inoue fight last night, and yeah, dude, that was fucking crazy how he just
Inoue versus Dasmariñas.
yeah.
Naoya Inoue versus Michael Dasmariñas. I thought it was interesting. I didn't get to watch a lot of Dasmariñas' past fights or anything. I wanted to watch his past stuff before, but I couldn't find any. But I found a couple stuff on YouTube. I found the fight where he won the, I believe he had the IBF. He had
the IBF strap.
Yeah, I think, I believe Michael Dasmariñas had the IBF. Yeah, he had the IBF World Bantam title, and I wasn't really that impressed. So I guess I really wish I would have watched. I wish I would have researched more before watching that entire. Because Inoue just went in, threw some body shots, and got him out of there.
Man looked like at the end of the fight, like we were watching the fight, and the end of it, he looked like he went on a light jog. It's kind of funny, but yeah, Inoue's a scary motherfucker, dude.
He is scary.
Yeah.
It's just one thing that they were talking about, how he like hunts his prey, and he did that like all night. He gunned that guy down with his fists, metaphorically.
Yeah. Dude, this man threw so many body shots. I mean, I'm a huge respect to Dasmariñas for withstanding that. You know what I mean?
I don't know how he didn't just throw up after that last one, because you could tell his mouthpiece kind of came out a little bit, and you're just like, oh, that looked like that knocked the shit out of him.
Yeah. I mean, Inoue's got some crazy power for a guy that small. He should not be hitting that hard. You know, he's got the power of a middleweight for a bantamweight, which is kind of crazy.
Well, Andy picks his shots very well, so he's not like how I would compare him to like John Real Casimiro, where he kind of brawls and he kind of goes all out. Inoue really is selective, and he's really accurate, and he really exploits. He really exploits you, like all your holes in your game, and he knows what to exploit. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Where do you have him ranked on your pound for pound? I'm
number 2.
I have him number 2 as well, right behind Canelo Alvarez. You can't. I mean, like people want to call me a Canelo fanboy, but the man has gone through weight class. He's run through weight class after weight class. He won a title at light heavyweight, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Man,
and yes, he has the Mayweather loss on his record, but you know, I still think he's the best fighter in the world. And hot take, I think prime for prime, I think Canelo would have beaten Floyd.
Prime for prime, Canelo would have beaten Floyd.
Yeah.
How would it play out though? Because I feel like Floyd. Are we gonna say that prime Floyd was when he was Pretty Boy or Money Mayweather? Because Money Mayweather in his prime versus Canelo in his prime, I feel like would be closer than people think. I don't know. Like, that would be Canelo right now, right? The one that just faced Billy Joe.
Yeah, like hypothetical, they were, like, let's say they met at, like,
I guess Canelo,
150, you know?
Like a catchweight?
Yeah, a catchweight, like, yeah.
I guess Canelo would win by unanimous decision.
Do you think so?
Well, split decision, actually. Because I think
the judges?
I think he'll get the judges nod.
Really?
In a split decision.
I mean, it is Floyd Mayweather in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought unanimous decision, and then I was like, actually, if it's in Vegas, where Floyd Mayweather kind of like his stomping grounds, then I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be interesting to see. One of my dream matchups is, a lot of people have kind of written off Vasily Lomachenko, but I think one of my dream matchups would be Lomachenko versus Floyd Mayweather. I think that's just such an interesting stylistic matchup.
Lomachenko versus Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, just because their styles are so different. You know what I mean?
So we're going to assume that it's like travel back in time and
let's say
fights Pretty Boy?
Pretty Boy, yeah. Okay. Pretty Boy Floyd. That'd be a really interesting fight. I think so. And I mean, I would give it to Floyd. Personally, I just think that when he was Pretty Boy, he kind of had this ring presence that no one else at that weight had, and he had this hunger and this, I'm not saying that hunger ever died out, but Floyd at 130 was a dangerous man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was knocking. He was knocking people the fuck out a long time before he was known for all the slick slenderness. I feel like people thought the Floyd that was gonna show up against Logan Paul was gonna be the old Floyd, because he's gonna try and knock him out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, I love Floyd Mayweather, and trust me, Logan Paul is not a boxer, but Floyd tried to knock him out, and the only thing
he couldn't do it.
Well, it's just because I mean, he outboxed it. He embarrassed Logan Paul, and rightfully so. I mean, Logan Paul is he has 3 years of boxing experience. He looks worse than some of the guys who've been in there at our gym for a week, telegraphing the fuck out of all his punches.
Yeah,
but he's a big boy.
He's big. And to his credit though, he was an all-state wrestler. I'm pretty sure, and he was.
Well, that's what all the hugging was for, right?
He's a gifted athlete.
No, yeah.
So
100%.
he's a hell of an athlete. But
here's the thing: I have to respect him as a businessman. Yeah, I mean, I hate the fact that
he's still got in the ring, I guess. So you gotta, I guess, respect that.
I mean, I think that. I think it's very smart. I can't knock it from an entrepreneurial perspective, but just the fact that even when he fought that other YouTuber KSI, he was headlining a card with serious talent on the undercard, Devin Haney and you know what I mean. Billy Joe Saunders was on their undercard. Can you that's a lot of disrespect? You know what I mean? I don't feel like you can just go from making your professional debut to just overshadowing all these big names. And there's an argument to be made that it kind of draws attention to Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney. But let's be honest, how many of those people are actually tuning in for the undercard?
Some of the fighters like the Logan Paul, they want to fight on the undercard. Some of the fighters are I know Teofimo Lopez likes Triller, or he supports Triller. I mean, he always touts Triller, but I'm sure that's because hasn't had his fight yet. So when he has his fight and Triller goes down the shitter, he's gonna be like, see ya. But there's boxers that like this new wave of entertainment boxing. And I think it's very interesting, and it's like a guilty pleasure for me at this point. I can't look away from
Here's the thing, I don't have a problem with it if it's entertainers versus entertainers. But just don't bring it into the pro boxing world. I know that sounds really snooty and snobby of me. I'm a purist boxer and
don't ruin my sport.
Don't ruin my sport. Yeah, but that was a horrible British accent, by the way. But I don't know if you can classify that as a British accent. But
fucking Sacha Baron Cohen.
So very nice.
Yeah.
But okay, going back to my point, the whole YouTubers versus TikTokers thing that happened last week, I had no problem with that. I didn't watch it, but it was fine because it was just entertainment, and it wasn't like Jake Paul coming out and saying oh, I would eat Canelo alive. And I know he's doing it just because that kind of wearing the black hat as in boxing, or being the heel in pro wrestling that sells tickets.
Colby Covington kind of beat.
Yeah, but at the same time, it just that man frustrates me so much, and I refuse to pay for a fight, a Jake Paul or Logan Paul fight.
I paid for the Jake Paul one, and when it lasted 3 minutes, I was like, God damn it! I watched Justin Bieber for nothing.
Well, clearly it's working because we're talking about them on our podcast. So let's get back to real boxing. First episode.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Thanks, Logan. But going back to pound for pound.
I can't believe I'm on BoxRec right now.
Mm-hmm.
Vasily Lomachenko is number 32.
Pound for pound?
Yeah.
That's fucking. Wait, what? There's no way. This man was considered number 1 pound for pound before he fought Teofimo, and I thought that was a pretty close fight. In my opinion, okay, like I think that
he lost. I mean, he's only lost 2 fights, and one of them he didn't even lose.
Yeah, one of them he got robbed. You know, the Salido fight, but
I think that those low blows were bullshit.
Right, but yeah, like when he lost to Teofimo, I mean, yes, I definitely think the right person won, but it was a close fight. I don't think it's right to bump him from 1 to 32 because of that performance.
I have a feeling he wasn't one though.
He wasn't.
Well, actually, you could argue
it was him and Canelo.
Ring activity too, because he hasn't fought since the Teo fight.
Well, so Teo hasn't fought since the Teo fight.
Well, he's like 22. He's 20. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I think, but keep in mind this is BoxRec.
Mm-hmm.
So I could pull up many other.
Well, I know ESPN has Lomachenko ranked 7, which I think is still a pretty big dip. I think that Lomachenko should at least be top 5, even after the Teo fight.
As of May 26th, the ESPN pound for pound rankings.
But here's the problem with that fight. I think that Lomachenko's too small for lightweight. You know, I would like to see him go back down.
You think he's too small?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too small. I mean, like,
where do you want him to go back down?
Like, I think it'd be good for him to go back down to 130.
What is 130 again?
Featherweight, I believe. And I would like to see one fight I would love to see is Lomachenko versus Inoue.
Oh, Lomachenko versus Inoue.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know Michael has a hard on for Inoue, so he's gonna say, "Oh, like, Inoue's gonna knock him out." But
no,
I think that if it went to decision, I think that it's a very interesting fight, and I think if it went to decision, that Lomachenko would take it.
He'd be you want him to go to. He'd have to go to 126, and then Inoue would have to go up to 8 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
I feel like that's a lot of. But Inoue's got that power. You know what I mean?
Inoue's also 5'5", so he's got a couple inches below Vasily. So, although I will say the technical matchup would be very interesting, and I feel like Inoue wouldn't be able to exploit him as easily as he exploits like Daz Marinas.
Yeah.
Or fucking Jason Maloney or whatever his name was.
I think I would pay a lot of money to see that fight. I think that would probably that's on my dream list. You can fights for right now.
If they can add Inoue into the new esports boxing club.
Oh yeah, we can just play, yeah.
And then just simulate it, and then be like, well, since this is supposed to be the most realistic game, that's the real outcome.
I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be like that game. Like I never got a chance to own Fight Night when I was a kid, so this is like my version of Fight Night esports boxing club. And
imagine if it gets canceled, I'll probably have a mental breakdown because
I have a feeling that people are just gonna be like. When you go online, everyone's just going to be using Canelo.
People are going to be so good. Think of how good people are at video games. People are going to take that so seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like, because it's called esports boxing club, so you know people are going to be like, esports. I have to play this all day and get good and ruin it for everyone. So
I heard there was like a physical belt too.
Yeah, and so when Michael just wants to have fun online, he gets absolutely destroyed every fucking time.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want to have fun. Meanwhile, all the 15-year-olds who could sit at home all day and play video games, they just master the game and destroy you. Oh, it's like playing Tekken, any fighting game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm most excited for the career mode in that, honestly, just because, I kind of want to make my own fighter, make him just copy paste Lomachenko's moveset.
Apparently you can use an existing fighter too in the career mode, so you can.
Right, but I kind of want to make my own. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I would, if I could like pick aspects of any fighter, I think I would go Lomachenko's footwork. I would probably go Canelo's head movement. I would say, shit, this is hard. It's a lot harder than I was thinking.
I would do, yeah. And then Inoue's punching power.
And Inoue's punching power. I would say Floyd Mayweather's ring generalship, ring IQ.
Ring IQ, definitely.
Yeah.
And then, like Mickey Ward or Arturo Gatti.
Oh, for heart.
Durability.
Yeah. No, just heart. You know what I mean?
Heart and durability.
Triple G's chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only characteristic you need. You don't even have to be a good fighter.
Yeah, I have a PC, so I'll be getting the early access for that. So I'm definitely gonna play it. You could come over and try it.
Yeah, I mean,
because they're releasing it early for PC. So,
do they have a release date for it yet?
No, they just said releasing later in 2021.
At this rate, I don't even think it's gonna come out till 2023.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of suspicious.
Yeah,
it's a little. Sus.
I've stopped checking the updates because it's just making me sad, Yeah. So
I just checked their Instagram page or their Discord. They got a Discord. You know Discord, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of boxing Discords you should join. They're pretty cool. People talk about shit and you can learn a lot.
Yeah, well, here's the thing with Discord. It's too fucking complicated for me, dude.
Discord is complicated.
I tried using it once, and I did not know what the fuck was going on. I was like, there were servers and sub-servers and rules, and I'm like,
yeah.
It was like its own little planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we should just make an Iron Gloves Discord. We just talk all things fresh about Iron Gloves.
I'm good.
A little bit of context. Iron Gloves is where we train at. I'm not sure if you mentioned that at the start, but yeah. I mean...
Oh, ESPN is Inoue at number 3.
Yeah?
They got Terrence Crawford number 1.
All right, I'm sorry, but Terrence Crawford is not number...
he's number 2.
All right, but I'm sorry. Terrence Crawford is a really good fighter, but I think ESPN sucks his dick a little bit too much. Right? I mean, Errol Spence beats Terrence Crawford, in my opinion, any day of the week.
You think Errol Spence beats Terrell? Yeah, I think Errol Spence beats Terrell. Terrell Crawford.
Terrell Crawford.
I think Errol Spence defeats Terrence Crawford in 12 rounds. Decision.
Yeah, I don't think Crawford gets knocked out. I just think he gets outboxed.
I don't think Errol Spence is gonna outbox Terrence Crawford. I think Spence is gonna choose his shots better, and those shots he's gonna choose wisely, and it's gonna be the more effective.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean outbox. He's just gonna turn it into a dogfight, and he's just physically stronger than him.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, if it turns into a dogfight, I trust Errol Spence Jr. to tough it out more and to come out of it looking better than Terrence Crawford. And we know what you look like does have an effect on, It's about showmanship, too. Yeah. The judges.
And EJ proved that car crash didn't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he came back against Danny Garcia.
And
I was very, very impressed with the performance he put on against Danny G.
Yeah. He's got a lot of heart. He's a hell of a fighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Errol Spence might be...
he's my number 3.
On your personal half-a-pound list?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would put Errol Spence in probably my top 5. I don't know where he would rank on the top 5, but I would just say top 5 probably.
That's good.
Yeah, and I don't know, I love his style. He's very explosive. There's a lot of body shots. You know what I mean? And I just think it'd be a dream to see him to fight Terrence Crawford.
I think that it might happen a little too late.
Yeah, kind of like the Floyd Manny fight.
Yeah, which kind of sucks, but that's kind of the reality of it. At least we're getting Spence versus Pacquiao.
Right. I mean, that'll still be a good fight. I mean, you never know with Manny Pacquiao. I don't want to count him out.
Yeah.
Because you saw what he did to Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner. And I know Errol Spence is not Keith Thurman and not Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
And I still give Errol Spence the win, but Manny Pacquiao is a bag full of surprises.
I honestly, and the thing is, I don't want to count him out, but I gotta go with Spence.
No, that's the same thing. I gotta go with Spence too.
He's got what, a couple inches on Manny, and he's there. It's welterweight.
He's way younger too.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how far Manny Pacquiao's come?
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao has run through the boxing world.
Yeah, like that is just fucking crazy to me. How do you go from, what was it, less than 100 pounds to welterweight, super welterweight?
Aging, pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like that Floyd Manny fight definitely disappointed me.
Floyd Manny was, I don't know. I don't think Errol Spence versus Crawford's gonna be of that caliber. Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be a lot better than that. I just think it's gonna be, what if they met
like 5 years
earlier. Lot, yeah, 5 years earlier, or what if they met in 2021 instead of fucking, I don't know.
Right. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm kind of over it, you know? Like,
yeah,
I'd love to see the fight, but it's like...
I've moved on completely.
The fight that I want to see, like, if I had to pick one, like Fury Joshua or Spence Crawford, I think I would pick Fury Joshua.
I want Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
Really?
Because I really want to see what that Garcia kid is made of.
Yeah. I don't think Ryan Garcia is quite ready for Tank Davis just yet. I'm not saying he doesn't beat him in the future, but I just think at this moment in time, I just don't think he's ready for Tank Davis.
Yeah.
Just because Tank Davis he's got a lot of years on him in terms of experience, and Brian definitely, he earned my respect when he fought Luke Campbell, because Luke Campbell's a legitimate fighter, Olympic gold medalist, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I believe so.
I had no idea.
Pretty sure he's a gold medalist. He might be, maybe he's a silver medalist, but the fact that he dropped him, knocked him out with a body shot is pretty crazy. And but a fight I would love to see is, I think the better fight for Ryan Garcia right now would be Devin Haney. Just because they're kind of like around the same age, and they fought a couple times in the amateurs, and they both have wins against each other.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
And call me crazy, but I kind of think it's a little bit like a Floyd Oscar situation, because Ryan's kind of like a spitting image of Oscar when he was young, and Devin's kind of like Floyd. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's kind of like mentee versus mentee. Is that the word? Mentee?
Mentee versus mentee. Yeah. Mentor and mentee. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the word. Yeah.
I think it'd be a cool fight to see.
I think that. I think Garcia. The reason I want to see Tank versus Ryan Garcia is because I already saw his chin against Luke Campbell, and he already got knocked down by Luke Campbell. So I really am curious to see how he would face adversity.
Yeah, but
against.
Imagine getting hit with the same punch by Tank Davis.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would he be able to withstand Tank's punch too, or would he pop right back up, or would that be his kryptonite? Because it's possible that Tank Davis puts him to sleep, and I think that's becoming more and more likely than not as we see their careers progress.
Yeah. Well, Tank Davis like moved up in weight all of a sudden, which I thought was a really strange move, to go from 135 to 140.
Yeah, he was. I mean? He's at 140 now.
Yeah, he's fighting. Who's
he fighting?
Mario Barrios.
Mario Barrios.
That's his next fight. I believe it's next week. Yeah, and
what's he fighting at? Super lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
Super lightweight. So he was fighting so he did move up to one. He's damn near gonna be welterweight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little too small for welterweight.
He can't do there's no way.
Yeah, I can't. I mean,
5'5".
I saw the face-off between Barrios versus, like, look up a picture of it. The face-off between Mario Barrios and Tank Davis. It's kind of funny. Looks like a kid looking up at his dad.
Is it a really big height difference?
Yeah, it's pretty significant.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Tank Davis wins, but that's just because it's Tank Davis.
I think Tank's gonna win, but there's always, it's boxing.
Yeah.
What is Barrios?
Did you see that fucking Gabriel Rosado knockout the other day?
Oh my god, that was fantastic.
Great. I think that's a knockout of the year.
Yeah, Beck was bullying him.
He was bullying. Was living up to his name.
The bully.
Yeah, and the bully got bullied.
Yeah, he was bullying him, and then he just got stopped in his tracks, face down, ass up, right in front of the whole goddamn world on national television.
Yeah. I mean, I've always liked Gabriel Rosado. I mean, he's always been looked at as
I've liked him since Creed.
Yeah, I was just about to say, since you saw him in Creed.
Yeah, I liked him in Creed.
The funny thing is, I didn't even recognize him in the movie.
I didn't really follow boxing back during Creed, so.
Do you know Andre Ward was in that movie too?
I did not know that.
He was like the main villain.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was like the main guy.
Oh.
Or Tony Bellew was like the main villain, but he was like the secondary villain. He was like that, like, you know when the movie starts off and he goes to the gym and he spars this one dude?
Yeah.
Danny Wheeler, I think his name was.
Yeah.
That was Andre Ward.
Oh. I'd have to rewatch Creed because I haven't watched Creed in a while, but great movie.
I thought the second one was was good, like cool training footage. The montages were great soundtrack, but like, I don't know, it felt like too much of a ripoff, like just a straight ripoff of Rocky IV, you know, with Drago's kid and like
I liked
vengeance.
I loved it.
I liked it, but like I think Creed 1 was a better movie.
I can't resist those movies. It's hard for me to compare them because they're not even like movies. They're like experiences at that point. You know what I mean? They're like they're fun for the whole family.
Yeah, and like, man, I'd rather watch that than that fucking Southpaw movie.
Southpaw.
That shit was depressing.
It wasn't even Southpaw either. He wasn't.
Oh yeah, he was an
left-handed.
Orthodox. Yeah, he's an Orthodox fighter. Yeah.
I mean, I like that movie. I think
Dude,
it's alright. It's sad though.
I was like waiting for the happy ending, and spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't watched it, but there's no fucking happy ending. Dude. It's like the shittiest ending in all of endings. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, respect it. I mean, like it was a cool, story, but it just felt like it was missing something. You know?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, all right. I think we're gonna probably end this right here for today. Let's wrap it up. But if you guys like us, feel sure to give us a follow on Instagram. It's just Hooks and Lattes, and we're thinking about dropping an episode every week. So hopefully you guys like it, and you can follow us on YouTube and Spotify, and stay tuned for more.
All right, thanks.